I'm going to go through and work out the problems on 6-4 so that you have a key to go over. I could just give you a sheet of paper, but I thought this might help you more as you review. Please make sure you go through and make corrections to your worksheet, and let me know when I get back if you have any questions. So starting off with this shape right here, when you have 4 congruent sides but you don't know anything about the angles, is going to be a rhombus. This is a rhombus because we have 4 congruent sides. On the next one we have 4 right angles, but we do not know that all 4 sides are congruent. When we have the right angles without anything else, that's going to be a rectangle. And again, the reason is 4 right angles. The next one has both the right angles and the 4 congruent sides. Because of that, that makes that a square. So that is because it has 4 congruent sides and it has 4 right angles. You have to put both, guys. Have to put both. On the next one, this starts off with the idea, guys, that these lines are parallel. Therefore, these are both going to be right angles because same side has to be supplementary. Then going this way, you would be able to know that this one is a right angle as well because same side are supplementary. Same thing here, same side are supplementary in a parallelogram. Because of that, I have 4 right angles, but I do not know anything about these opposite sides here, if they're congruent to the ones that have marks here. Therefore, that would make this a rectangle because of the 4 right angles. Guys, most of you can name them. It's being able to tell me what it is. So make sure that you get that. Again, it's not one piece of that. You've got to have both pieces of that for it to matter. So please make sure that you know both pieces of that. Okay, so from here, this next one, in a rhombus, the diagonal bisects the opposite angle, so if this side is 38, and this side is also going to be 38. And then by alternate interior angles, this angle right here would be 38, as would this one, 38. We would then use the idea that every triangle adds up to 180, and we already know 2 of the angles, so 38 plus 38 would give you 76. 180 minus that 76, because every triangle adds up to 180, guys. It's going to leave you 104, which that 104 is going to go right here. And then opposite angles in a rhombus have to be congruent, so this angle would also have to be 104. Okay, let's pull it down. Get these last ones on this side. Okay, so for this one, again, this is a rhombus, so all 4 sides are going to be congruent, which means this is going to create, guys, you got old stuff, an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, the base angles are going to be congruent. Because these base angles are going to be congruent, you would start off saying 180 minus that 73. That's going to leave you 107 for these 2 angles, and because these 2 angles are going to be congruent to each other, you take that 107 and divide by 2. Each one of those angles is going to be 53.5. 53.5. Right. Then the diagonals bisect opposite angles, so if this side is 53.5, this one's got to be 53.5. Same thing up here, 53.5. So actually all 4 of the angles they asked about are all 53.5. The next one, 106 is going to go here. Opposite, it's going to be the same, so it's going to be 106. To find this one, you're going to have to manipulate a little bit. So we can find this whole angle because same side have to be supplementary. So we would do 180 minus that 106. That's going to put you at 74. But that's for the whole angle out here. To get just half of that, because this is bisected by the diagonal, you take that 74 and divide by 2. That makes each piece of that 37. So you'd have an angle of 37 here. And then by alternate interior angles, this one would also be 37 here. On the next one, guys, always start in a rhombus if you have two diagonals, with the idea that the diagonals in the middle are perpendicular. So this angle right here is going to be 90 right here at this 2. We also know if this angle is 70, then this side is going to be 70 because the diagonals bisect opposite angles. And then by alternate interior, this one is going to be 70, and this one is going to be 70 as well. I now know two angles in a triangle. Guys, if you know two angles in a triangle, 70 plus 90, that's going to give you 160. And then 180 minus 160 is going to leave you 20 degrees for the third angle in that triangle. And since, guys, diagonals bisect opposite angles, if this side is 20, this side's also got to be, if I could write a 20 right here. Same thing on the next one. Start with those right angles in the center. So angle 1 is going to be 90. If this angle right here is 25, then so is this one, and this one, and this one. You're going to then take the two angles that you've got, the 90 and the 25, and add those together. So you'll add those two together. That'll give you 115. And then again, every triangle adds up to 180. So 180 minus that 115 is going to leave you 65 for that other angle. So that angle is going to go right here. If it's 65 on this side, then it's going to be 65 here. And then by alternate interior angles, this one's also going to be 65. And this one right here is going to be 65 as well. Now, this one right here on 10 does that same pattern. That's going to have two right angles right here. Thank you. That's going to have the right angles right here at 90 at all these going around. Take that 52, it repeats here, and then by alternate interior, 52 and 52. Add the 9. It's the same pattern again, over and over and over again, guys. So that 90 and that 52 go together. That's going to put you at 142. And then every triangle adds up to 180. So 180 minus 142 is going to leave you 38 for that other angle. 38 goes here, here, and then by alternate interior it goes in both these at 38 here and here. So for the back side of that worksheet, take a look. So we've got the diagonals. Guys, if you have the diagonals, diagonals have to be congruent to each other. So let's start with number 11. We'll find places to work. 11. X equals 6x minus 10 minus that 6x. That's going to make it negative 5x is equal to negative 10. Divide both sides by negative 5, and x equals 2. You have to take and plug that back in, but guys, one of them is x, so it's just going to be 2, which means the other one is also going to be 2. For the next one, number 12. Number 12's got 4x minus 7 equals 2x plus 11. Minus 2x minus 2x, that's going to make it 2x minus 7 equals 11. Add 7, 2x is going to be equal to 18, which when you divide both sides by 2 makes it x equals 9. Take and plug that back into one of them. You only need to plug it back into one of them, guys. So I'll do it in the second one this time. 2 times 9 plus 11 is going to be 18 plus 11, which is going to be 29. If this one is 29, then this one is also going to be 29. For the next one, you're going to have 13. 5x plus 12 is going to equal 6x minus 2. Minus 5x from both sides, you get 12 equals x minus 2. Add the 2 to both sides, you get 14 equals x, but again, plugging it back in. 5 times 14 plus 12. That'd be 70 plus 12, which would be 82. And if this one is 82, then the other one's also got to be 82. It doesn't matter which one you plug it back into, guys. If you plug it into one, it should give you the same answers if you plug it in the other. Okay, for number 14, where can I put it? I'll put it right here. 14, 6x minus 3 has got to equal 4x plus 19. Minus that 4x, it's going to make it 2x minus 3 is equal to 19. Plus 3 makes it 2x is equal to 22. Divide by 2 and x equals 11. From there you plug it back in. 6 times 11 minus 3 be 66 minus 3. That'd be 63. If this one is 63, so is this one. Okay, last one of these, 15. Then we'll pull it down. We've got, let's see, x plus 45 equals 4x minus 45. Okay. Minus x makes it 45 equals 3x minus 45. Not bad. Plus 45 plus 45. That makes it 90 equals 3x. When we divide both sides by 3, 30 equals x. Plug that back in. 30 plus 45 is 75. If one's 75, so is the other one. So, the next one, you're giving me the name. It didn't ask for any reason, didn't ask for anything else, so the only thing you need on this one is going to be the name. When you have all 4 sides parallel, all 4 sides congruent, that's going to be a rhombus. With all 4 sides parallel and all 4 right angles, a lot of people are going to look at this and not notice that all 4 sides are congruent as well. That's going to make this a square. Guys, if the sides are the same and it's all right angles, that's a square. On this one, because of the parallel lines and knowing it's a parallelogram, these are all going to be right angles by supplementary angles, which makes this a rectangle. Because all 4 sides are the same and nothing else is true, we don't know anything about the angles, that's going to make this a rhombus. Alright, let's look at the true-false section. So for the true-false, it says, determine if it's true or false. If it is false, rewrite the sentence to make it true. If it is true, list any other quadrilaterals for which the sentence would be true. So, first one, rhombuses has 4 congruent sides. Yes, that's true, but so do squares. Rectangles have 4 congruent angles. Yes, that's true, but so do, again, squares. The diagonals of a rectangle bisect the opposite angles. The diagonals of a rectangle, no, that's not true. That only happens in, let's see, the diagonals, we have to rewrite the sentence, of a, it'd be, what is it, rhombus, bisect opposite angles. That would make it true. You could have also said squares. It's true in a square as well, because a square is just a special rhombus. Let's see. Oh, I wrote true, even though I said false and then put the correct answer down. I apologize for that, guys. Let's try to fix that again. That was my fault. Just wrote too fast. So the next one, the diagonals of a rhombus are always congruent. Oh, that's definitely false, guys. Look at this rhombus down here. You can see that this segment is going to be shorter than this segment. Those diagonals do not have to be the same, but they do have to be the same in rectangles and in squares. So the diagonals of rectangles and squares are always congruent. Sorry for squeezing it in there, guys. Okay, on this last one, I'm actually going to pull it up so that y'all can see it as much as possible. So I'll try to do my work up here because I know it gets cut off at the bottom sometimes. So for this number 24, I'll put that x plus 14 equals 5x minus 2. I can do that because in a rhombus, all four sides are the same. So I'll pick the two that have the same variable. So minus x makes this 14 equals 4x minus 2. Add 2 to both sides, that makes it 16 equals 4x. Divide by 4, and 4 equals x. Do the same thing for the y's. 3y minus 3 is equal to 2y plus 4. Minus 2y, that makes it y minus 3 equals 4. Plus 3, and y equals 1. Now guys, it doesn't matter which one you plug it back into. I'll show you. You can get the same answer either way. It's a rhombus. All four sides have to be the same. And since you have to find the side length, you got to plug it in. If I did 4, it'd be 4 plus 14. That'd be 18. If I plugged it back into the y, with the y, it'd be 2 times 1. 2 times 7, sorry. 2 times 7. Plus 4. That'd put me at 14 plus 4, which would also put me at 18. My little thing didn't write my 7 correctly. Okay. From there, let's see the next one. These are all squares, same process. Set the opposite ones equal to each other because they have the same variables, but they're all four the same. So the work for 25 would be 4x minus 22 is equal to 2x plus 4. Minus 2x, that'd be 2x minus 22 is equal to 4. Add 22, that'd be 2x is equal to 26. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 13. Take that, plug it back in. 2 times 13 plus 4, 26 plus 4. And that side would be 30. Now that's true for all of those sides. Now we do still need to find our y, so I'll put the y work over here. 25y would be 5y minus 15 equals 3y plus 3. Minus 3y, that'd be 2y minus 15 equals 3. Plus 15, 2y equals 18. Divide by 2, and y equals 9. So that's all of the work for this worksheet. Use it, correct it, get it ready to go. If you still have anything you need to ask about, you can ask me one-on-one after I get back. Okay, guys.